Well, it's the 10th of July. Hollywood Bet Scottsville is where we are. 9 races on the program. We're starting off here in race number 1. By the way, the going today, good to soft. Now, Daryl and Darren are joining me. Let's hope we can find as many winners as possible. Looking forward to the card. Now, as far as this first card is the first race is concerned, Dark Winter quite a strong favourite. Daryl, it's 5 to 10, but really does look quite hard to oppose.
Yeah, I wish she formed part of the bar pot. She would have been a natural banker. Yeah. Lal, far from disgraced in her last 2 efforts, the Grade 3 Strelitzia and the listed Debonair. She does get fitted with the blinkers first time round. Let's hope she settles with them on the way down to the start, and I expect her to win because she does hold her biggest danger, discerning on the You Bring Me Joy form line. So, yeah, I go into this race very confident.
Very hard to look past her. There we go. So we can have a look here. Darren, what do you make of race number 1? Are you going with number 9, Dark Winter, the obvious choice?
I thought it's a bit skinny in the betting with a runner like Discerning in the race, but definitely the horse to beat. You know, she ran in the Strelitzia, the Debonair. There's been one runner, one winner from her last form line, and the blinkers go on just to sharpen her up over the minimum trip, just to give her that natural speed in the beginning, and she should win. Discerning's not a bad filly. Her last 2 starts were over 1,400 meters, and now she drops back to the 1,000. She was beaten a length and a half at Scottsville behind Just Reckless, who's a decent filly. So I think it's between those 2, followed by Lady Ellie Moe. I think the drop-in trip's going to suit, and she was beaten by Lock and Key, who won very comfortably just the other day.
All right, so there we go. Now we do have Daryl's pick 3 here. He likes number 9, obviously, in the first race here. Daryl, do you want to talk us through that?
Yeah, it's a 16 Rand perm. I've gone quite wide thereafter.
Okay, 16 Rand, pretty easy. It's up there for you to take. Starts off in race number 1. Get those bets on. Race 2, first leg of the bipod this afternoon. They're racing over 1,600 meters. We've got Darren on the line. We've got Daryl in the studio. Daryl, as far as the second race is concerned, how many are we going in the bipod?
I played wide of Yalal. Parisian Walkway could be a lovely sort in the making. You know, despite him pulling early in his later start, he still managed to get the job done. He could be anything. He does have to give a lot of weight away to Spirit of Lavana. Now, she's said to carry 53. That's 7 kilograms.
Big weight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's not going to be an easy task. And then I'll back them up with number 1, French Flame.
Okay.
Excuse me, Lal. Now, French Flame, I don't think he's got the strongest form lines coming into this race, but I loved his victory last time out. It was a smooth victory, and I think he's got a lot more to come. So I played wide in this leg.
167 first leg of that bipod. Darren, what are your thoughts here?
I thought pretty much a one-horse race, Parisian Walkway. I watched the replay of his last start, and I don't think he was pulling too hard. I think he was all right, and he quickened away from the field with some class. And that was over a mile. He is by Ideal World. He'll probably go 2,000 meters in time to come. I'm hoping there's a decent speed on. Maybe he can just sit second, third. And with that long action, that big action of his, I think the Scottsville circuit's going to suit him down to the ground. So I'm taking my chances and bankering Parisian Walkway.
All right, we like the confidence. Here's Daryl Marie's bipod up on your screen, 167, 267, 10, by banker 7, 29, 12, 29, 10, 12, 16, 35, 136, 11. That's 480. Gary Johns also submitted one for us, 776. Quite confident those first 3 legs, 4, 9, 12, 13, 35, banker 6. Just a mere, is that a mere 8 Rand there, Daryl? That's a very low price there. Well, there we go. Take your chances, play a bit wider, completely up to you. That's race number 2, first leg of the bipod. Race number 3, PA Time 1,000 meter sprint. And here we have a favorite in the form of number 7, Triple T. This is trading around 11 to 10, 3.75 to 1, number 10, Good Living. And then we'll find the 2 horse at 6.5. That's 13 to 2, Silver Savage. So if you do look past the favorite, it does become a bit open. And I've got a feeling that that's how Daryl's going to play. Just a little bit wider in first leg. We're not going to banker the favorite.
My concern is, Lal, he looked to be ready to win. I mean, 2 solid efforts since returning from that layoff, and now he's been off for just over 3 months. I'm unsure of whether something went wrong.
Yeah.
Possibly had a
Slight
mishap in his,
injury or,
yeah, yeah. So let's see how it goes. If he's fitting well, I expect him to go very close. Go back to that Lightning Jimmy run. You can see number 2 is actually quite close up behind him, and he's been fitted with a set of blinkers again. So Silver Savage isn't out of it completely. And then the 2-year-olds, I respect them. They are said to carry 57 kilograms. That's World Pharaoh number 6 and the Paul Lafferty train number 10, Good Living. Both of them may appreciate coming back to the 1,000 meters. I'll make this more tricky than the betting suggests.
And if he does miss, the favourite does miss, you'll probably double up with the other ones anyway. So, yeah, quite wise. All right, as far as Darren is concerned, Darren, you're going to banker the 7 horse after a rest, or is it as wide as Daryl thinks?
I thought a horse like Good Living is a big runner. Showed plenty pace over the 1,200 meters after a break last time out, and was run out of it the final 100 meters by Definitely Yes, who looks a smart youngster from the Canamaz stable. So tired late over the 1,200. That won't happen over the 1,000. He'll have every chance. Now Trippy T, he's always a bridesmaid. Second. You know, he got beat by Victor Rail. Then he was beaten by Lightning Jimmy when he was odds-on favourite. Had every chance. And last time out wasn't a bad second. Because Chieftain could be above average. There were 0 winners from his last 2 starts, 0 direct winners. That has to be a concern. But he is the best of the rest. Of the rest of the field, Silver Savage, probably the next best, and World Pharaoh.
Perfect. Thank you very much. Yeah. So we have our doubts here. Here's Daryl's PA starting in race 3, 128 Rand. You can see 6 and 7 to be safe in leg 1. Just the one banker. That's up on your screen to see. I think we do have a second one as well. So Gary's also got one going here. And there it is again, the aggressive route, 9 Rand. There's your PA starting off in race number 3. So that's race number 3. Get those bets on. It's a 1,000-meter sprint. Our experts in studio think the 7 is beatable, but obviously could run in the top 3. Now, pick 6 starts in race number 4, 1,400 meters. Do you think you can get a bit of that pick 6 this afternoon? I certainly hope so. We've got the experts in the studio here. We've got 2 pick 6 suggestions for you. But let's start off with Daryl. Daryl, 6, 7, 5, those 3 look to be fighting it out, but we know how racing works. Is that enough, first leg?
Yeah, I chickened out from tipping a pick 6, so we've just got one from Gary John.
Okay.
My top pick is McDazzler. I think he's had 2 fair enough efforts in the province. I like the fact that he's been gelded. I think he's going to win his races. From day one, he's always said to have a reputation. So I'm hoping he's better for the gelding.
Yeah.
Ombudsman can be the improver. I had a look at his dams record. She won once over 1,400. I think he does have plenty of scope for improvement, and he will appreciate being stepped up in trip. Number 5, My Boy Lollipop is held by McDazzler on that gorgeous dude run. So my top pick is McDazzler. You can see my place accumulator and my bipod. I bankered him. I'm hoping he's good enough for the top 2.
All right, so he's the man for today. We need him to run well. Darren, first leg of the pick 6?
Well, I would include horses like My Boy Lollipop. His last run was a good second behind Definitely Yes. It was nice to see him back to best because on his debut he ran a cracker and then he was disappointing in his following 2 efforts. Ombudsman, this horse interests me a lot. This is my first choice in the race. Was very green in running, got into the race late, and narrowly missed 3rd place behind Wolf Mountain. He was right on top of them, 22.9, 400 to finish. I think this horse is going to love the 1,400 meters, and he'll take some beating. McDazzler, he had every chance last time out. He was ridden to perfection on the fence, hit the front, and just plodded pretty much, so just one paced. So I'm not too sure how good he is or how much he's improved with the gelding. And then one more runner, Nocturnal Flight, came from the Western Cape, ran second in a Class 5 handicap behind To the Moon and Back with 61.5. So he's got to have a say.
All right, thank you. Appreciate that. Here's Gary John's pick 6, going quite wide the first 3 legs, and then the banker in leg 4 and the banker in race or leg 6, the final race. So there we go. If you're taking a pick 6, take that one, have a go at it. The 2 experts thinking it's a little bit tricky for the pick 6s this afternoon. Race number 5, that means jackpot 1 this afternoon, 1400 meters again. And here we have Laugh Till I Cry as your current favorite at time of recording, number 2. That's 26-10. A lot of us were doing that on Saturday. Number 9, Blind Speed, trading at around 13-2. I see a bit of money here at 6-1 for number 10, Safari Lodge. But let's speak to the 2 Ds here firstly. Daryl, is that the right one, Laugh Till I Cry, or are there more?
If you like her chances, Lyle, you have to have a look at the reserve runner who now comes into the race, Ruby Claire. Not too much separating the 2 of them. I think they'll both benefit coming back in trip. You know, Laugh Till I Cry came to the track with a reputation. She was backed on debut. Good to see her improve in her second start. I think the filly that could certainly show the most scope for improvements of year is number 10, Safari Lodge. Now, she did cost quite a packet. Extremely well bred. You know, in that race behind Spirit of Lavana, she was actually the first horse home of all the unraced.
Okay.
Whatever finished ahead of her had racing experience. So I'm expecting a lot of improvements on her behalf, but I find this race very tricky.
Okay, well, honesty is always good. Darren, you found this a bit tricky as well? Jackpot leg 1 or jackpot 1, leg 1?
Yes, I've played pretty wide here. I did get a phone call from a connection this morning about Yellow Jacket being very fancied. I know that good improvement was there last time out when stepped up in trip, beaten half a length by the Queen Bee with the blinkers on. She's just got a deep draw to contend with, but if she goes to the head of affairs like last time, she's going to be the horse to catch going through the 200-meter mark. Others to consider, I've also included Ruby Claire, the reserve runner. I was a bit disappointed with her last start after Cape Town efforts went bad. Blind Speed. Now this filly improved from run 1 to run 2 when stepped up in trip. She was way back going through the 400 and she ran on for 5th behind One Smart Cookie. So this filly's going to improve further over the 1400 meters. And then the obvious inclusion is Laugh Till I Cry. She was well beaten 4th last time out. We don't know how strong that form line was, so just include her.
All right, thank you very much, Darren. So we do have Darren's jackpot. This is jackpot 1, and there you can see leg 3, banker 6, otherwise pretty wide there. And you've heard both of them say don't exclude the first reserve here, Ruby Claire, in race 5. Include that though. There's the jackpot race number 5, 432 Rand. Race number 6, jackpot 2 starts here, 1750 meters. Again, looks quite competitive, with number 3, Red Mountain, being your narrow selection or favorite. Burning Man, number 5, second favorite. Craig Zaki taking the ride. 11, Future Flow, sitting in their third favorite. What's that trading at? Around 5-1. And then it's 8-1 and better by those. So again, same question, Daryl, as usual. 3, 5, 11, they appear to be up there in the betting. Would they be the right ones?
My topic is number 5, Burning Man. Mm-hmm. There's no doubt he loved the step up in trip last time out. I see they've taken the blinkers off him, so possibly doing too much. And despite that, he still managed to pull well clear of the balance of the field on that occasion. I don't know if you call in that race, there was that odds-on favourite, Radian, trained by Dean Cannemare. So he was close to 4 lengths behind him. I like his chances. He's set to carry 55. Clyde, sorry, Lyle. Then there's Red Mountain.
Same thing, different day.
Then there's Red Mountain and Future Flow. Now, Future Flow is bred to go this ground. I mean, he's a brother to Razor Hallelujah.
Yeah, shouldn't be a problem.
He's his own worst enemy. He over races and he pulls. But if he settles and runs straight, I think he can be a factor here. Okay. Red Mountain, has got him hold on their last start. Another one that should appreciate being stepped out in trip. So I'm going in order 5, 3, 11.
5, 3, and 11, 1750. Darren, you agreeing with that?
I do agree with it, just in a different order. I like Future Flow. He's had 14 starts for 11 places. The feeling I get, because his dam won over 2-4, and Reza Hallelujah went 3,000 meters, and he's by Futura. So surely, stepping up to 1750, he can only improve. I mean, they dropped him back to 12 and 14 and 1,000, and I was quite shocked because I actually spoke to one of the connections, and I thought, this was needs 2,000 meters, and you'll see him in the winner's box. But he is going the 1750. As long as he settles in running, overcomes the draw, sits handy, I think he's the horse to beat in the race. Now, others to consider. There are James Fitzjames, ran second behind, over a mile behind Ocean Palace. There were 2 direct winners. Then you've got a horse like the Mikado, who's been a bit disappointing since that good debut run. Burning Man, very good last run. He could be right there. And then Red Mountain actually finished ahead of Future Flow last time out, running on strongly at the finish. So he's also got to go in.
Thank you very much. You can see the banker. We've got the 3, 5, 8, 11. The banker there, Emma Lenze Yoka Duduma. Did I get that right? I don't know. Yeah. Okay, so that is the jackpot. Jackpot 2, 288 Rand. And we've got an each way from Darren as well. Let's have a look at that. And that is Future Flow, number 11 here. Take 100 Rand each way on that one. Race number 6 this afternoon. Race number 7, they're racing over a mile. Lenze Yoka Doduma. This is the favourite here, and I think quite like by our guys here this afternoon. Daryl, number 6 here, quite a fairly strong favourite, around 16, 17 to 10, with Royal Guide as the second favourite, the nicely bred Royal Guide. Is the long name the right one here?
I certainly fancy his chances. You can have a look. He's joint best weighted. Plus, he gets a 4 kg apprentice allowance. Now, my concern is the 4 kg apprentice because
He's
this horse...
2 wins so far,
Yeah.
hasn't he, if I'm not mistaken?
But this horse can hang, and he can hang quite badly. So if he's got him under control and keeps him
Straightish.
straight, I can see him going close. He actually holds a horse that I fancy is Celestial City, and he's better off at the weight. So I'll give him a strong winning chance. It's just he needs to get some assistance from the saddle. A horse I think can feature over here, he's out at the weights, is Bristol Hercules. He does the one draw. He's only got 52 to shoulder. I think he is going to get the run of the race. So I'm expecting a bold showing on his behalf. I'll give chances to all of numbers 1, 3, 6, and 11.
And there's some very well-bred horses I see you picking in there. Darren, as far as you're concerned, Joe, well-bred horses, doesn't matter. I think you're going for the favourite, right, boots and all.
Yes, Emilenzi Yokododuma. I've always been a big fan of his, and I thought, his best trip is probably 1,1600 meters. And he beat Narina Trogon in the Fever Tree in February by a length and a half. Then he ran third in the King's Cup behind Narina Trogon. Then he was narrowly beaten in the Sledgehammer by Narina Trogon once again. He's come out to frank the form. He won on July Day, so he's really a decent sort. Then he was dropped out of it early in the Gravel 1900. He was 12th at the 400. He flew up for 6 behind Future Swing. And he had a lot of work to do that day. And last time out, a below par performance, he was 4-1. He got beat 4 lengths by Oriental Charm, who was the Durban July winner. So with the 4 kilos off his back, he comes in here very well in. He does hang towards the one side, but hopefully the jockey's right-handed and he can keep the stick in the right and just keep him on a straight course, because I think he'll take a ton of beating in this field. Golden Peace I've always rated, but his last two starts have been very disappointing. Celestial City, now he is a miler, 1400-meter horse. He is my second choice. He also ran behind a horse like Narina Trogon and Oriental Charm. He's got ability, so don't exclude Celestial City in your bets if you're playing wide than Emilenzi Yokododuma.
All right, thank you very much. So there's the bet on screen. Confident first selection there. After you said 4 lengths behind Oriental Charm, now getting 4 kilograms off the back. That certainly is a good enough form to win a race like this. And both of our Ds show like a bit of Celestial City at 13-1 for a place. So that could be a good little place and a win bet there in race number 7. Penultimate race on the card, race number 8, is a sprint over the 1,200 metres out at Hollywoodbets Scottsville this afternoon. Celtic Chief, narrow favourite. It's quite an open-looking race, this one. 4-1 the current price when we did the show. 5-1 number 6, I should say, Licensed to Thrill. 7 Winter Waves is at 6-1, along with a few others. So quite an open race. Hope you can shed some light for us here. It appears open.
Yeah, I've narrowed it down to 2 runners, and they happen to be numbers 2 and 6, Lal. Now, Celtic Chief, no, he didn't beat much when he won his maiden, but it was the manner in which he quickened up. Gave me confidence that he can go on with it. And last time out, I watched the replay. He was staying on in the latter stages, so I've got no doubt that he's going to appreciate the step up to 1,200, and he could be way ahead of the handicapper. So I like his chances. But I thought the value in the race, no surprise to see him find the support. He's number 6, Licensed to Thrill. Penultimate start, returning from a rest, was over 1,400, in need of that. Last time out on the poly track, he's way better on the turf. This horse up the Scottsville Straight is at his best. He's got his best form of this course and distance. Have a look at his rating. So he's having his peak run, his ratings come down. Look like he's primed for this race. So 6 from 2 for me.
We like that. Now, Darren, I think you like the 6 here. So we're on the same call sheet here, the two of you.
Definitely. When I studied this race, I thought it looked like a field race at first. But when I looked deeper into the form, I found this horse Licensed to Thrill that I actually tipped yesterday, and he shortened within half an hour from 12-1 into 5-1. But he is a Scottsville 1,200-meter specialist. He's had 4 runs for a first, a second, and a third. He ran a short head behind Voldemort and Northern Warrior, who come out to win again. 1,400 meters was out of his reach in his penultimate start. And last time out, first run on the poly, he moved up to a point and just faded. So you can put an absolute line through that last run on poly. His ratings dropped another 4 points. So from an 89 down to an 80. And I just feel this is the right race. So there was value about him at 12-1, Licensed to Thrill, but you can always take him in your jackpots, your doubles, and all of that. Dangers, Celtic Chief, a horse like Ultra Quick on his day, Gorgeous Guys not out of it, Winter Waves, Voldemort, and even a horse like All the Time. They all got form.
All right, but still at around 5-1, still value. There it is up on screen. Licensed to Thrill. Take a bit of each way on that one in our penultimate race, race number 8. Well, hopefully you've made money so far. If not, we're into the final race here. And hopefully Daryl and Darren can get you some money. Number 12, Shanta's Pride, your weakish favourite here when recording, 33-10. 9-2 second favourite, around 7-1, and better bar those. I think you found us a bit of value in this tricky last race, Daryl.
Yeah, I'm not going to sit here and give the viewers confidence, because this is a field event, Lyle. But we are forced to make a selection. So I've gone with number 4, Kayleen. Now, I had a look at her penultimate start over the very same course and distance with Chase Mojan. She got taken up at a vital stage, and I'm of the opinion that cost her at least a length.
Yeah.
So if she just reproduces a similar effort over the very same course and distance with Rachel in the irons, taking that 1.5 kgs off her back, I think she could run into the money. I'm hoping she can get it done for those who follow me, but I certainly don't have confidence.
Can't have a chance. Good value. Darren, how are you playing in the last race?
I put a couple of runners here. Kayleen, I was very strong on her last time out. I thought it was a perfect race for her. She just seemed a bit one pace behind Parilla. Her penultimate start was eye-catching, but just that last start over the 14 at Gravel, that just put me off a little bit. So I would include her. I would include Rafif's Choice, second to a decent filly in Katiwa's Destiny last time out, and third run after rest. There's a filly called Mama's Baby, sorry. Hasn't been far off in her last two starts after a break. 4 lengths Katiwa's Destiny, running on strongly from the back of the field, and her ratings dropped from an 83 to a 68, and she's lightly raced. Of the others, Chelsea Flower, Maggie Smith, and the obvious horse Shanta's Pride, who has breathing problems. That's why she moves up so strongly and just doesn't find extra the final 50 meters of her races.
Yeah, thanks, Darren. I think just seeing this here, Mama's Baby, I think my wife would, that's what she calls me. So I think that's the horse I'm going to play with here. But Darryl's got a value for us. Kellyanne, number 4 in the final race. Take the each way, take a quartet, float it in a trifecta, whatever you want. That could be decent value come the final race, and we might need to get some money back.